Welcome back to Financial Fire TV, a set for on-screen financial empowerment. And I'm your host, Cheryl D. Marks, positioning you for financial power and also how to become independent of this world system. I did, and I believe that you can too. There's truly a place where if you focus, you really can become independent of this world system. And I want to help you get there. So today, what we're going to discuss here today, we're going to talk briefly about managing money as a couple. So let me ask you a question. When it comes to managing money as a couple, did you know that when couples don't come together and openly discuss their finances, it will lead to overall poor communication? If couples don't come together and discuss those finances, it's going to lead to poor communication. Also, it's going to lead to resentment. And also is going to lead to what I like to call a silent dislike for your partner. Uh-oh. Yes, a silent dislike for your partner. Now, when I say a silent dislike for your partner, of course you love your partner, but you begin to feel some type of bitterness on the inside, some type of resentment, because when there is poor communication, and especially when it comes to the finances, there is going to be breakdowns and barriers between you and that connection that you should be feeling with your significant other. When I say there's a silent dislike, that is where the attitudes come. And so you begin to see the attitudes, and the attitudes begin to get more prevalent. And we don't want the attitudes to be widespread. So that is why we're talking here today, managing the money as a couple. So when I say that there's a silent, that dislike for your partner, of course, again, you love them, right? Yes, you love them. But did you not know so many people stay together a lifetime? And that is one area they do not come together in, and that is that money. And where there's division in the money, that's a disconnect again from you connecting with your significant other. And I want to get you back to a place of wholeness so you guys can function and you guys can thrive in every area of your life. And again, that silent dislike, you love them. I'm putting that word in your mouth. You love them. Some of you sitting out there like, I like them. But anyway, you love them, but you get to the place where you start thinking your money is yours and their money is theirs. Why? Because that poor communication, that breakdown, that resentment, those barriers, all those guards are being let down. And so you get to a place where you say, my money is mine, your money is yours, whether you say it or not, whether you verbalize it or not, your attitudes begin to say it. And so also, this is a time where so many different things happen, and all of it is designed to break down the harmony between you guys. And so once that harmony is broken down, it's designed to come against the union that God is purposed and ordained for two people to walk together in. Or when we look at that and we say the silent dislike, have you considered this right here? If couples have different spending habits, do you and your significant other have different spending habits? If couples have significant difference in their spending habits, it can lead to, again, what I like to call financial infidelity. Have you ever considered that? Yes, financial infidelity, where you are not loyal to the union of the household money. We want to get you guys away from that. So when I look at that financial infidelity, that is where you're cheating with your spending. You're cheating with your spending. It's places where you may have become in places of individuality and you're buying things and you're hiding things. All those little things. You shouldn't have to do that with your money. Never have to hide things. Buying things but hiding things. Cheating with the spending, buying and hiding, overall spending just to fulfill your emotion. Because when you get to that place and you start feeling like my money is mine, his money is his, there's going to be division, separation, disharmony. And so instead of walking together in wholeness, you will be individuals living together, trying to work together. And you could be one together, you as a couple. Let's say you guys bring in $120,000 a year. You bring in $120,000 a year. But when that money is divided and it is separated, it looks as though the household is only bringing in $60,000 or less. And we want to get away from that and get you back to a place where you can see all of the money, all of the finances that you guys are so, working so hard to accumulate. And we want to help you account for each and every dollar that you make. As couples, we come together, and I think you will agree with this, on a lot of things. So if we come together as a couple for a lot of things, it's now time that we come together with our money, come together with our finances. When I was writing this particular point down right here, how we come together for a lot of things, and now it's time to come together with our money, I want to share something with you. I will forever be reminded. My husband, and most of you all know, he's truly a man after God's own heart. And this was when we first got started. And I never forget, he's always been a man of prayer, much prayer. And so this particular time, he just kind of subtly came up beside me and he said, "Hey, baby." He said, "You know what?" He said, "We come together for everything else." He said, "We need to come together in prayer." And I was like, but he was so right. He was so right. And so anyway, we sit down and we, discussed it and whatever. And at that time, I didn't know how to pray. And so I wasn't trying to go in no prayer room with him, in no chamber with him. But one day I recall when after he said that we need to come together and pray. And I recall we talked about it. We discussed, what is that like? What do we do? What am I supposed to do? How do I prepare? All those different things. And I never forget one day he approached me and he said, "Hey, you want to come into my chambers?" And I was like, "Sure." I didn't know what to expect because seriously, I didn't know how to pray. But when I went in there and we began to communicate through prayer, listen to me. Oh man, there's not a day I have not left, a day that has not left my life when I didn't long to go back in that chamber with him to pray. So if we come together with everything else, we must come together with prayer, and we must also come together with our finances. Also, I share this with you before I share my last tip for today. I recall when my husband and we first got together, one of the first things that we got together with our finances. Seriously, that was one of the first things that we did. He asked to see my finances. I laid them out. I asked to see his finances. He laid them out. And to God be the glory. He didn't come into my life with a whole bunch of debt. I didn't come into his life with a whole bunch of debt. But what we did, we took our debt, we looked at it, and we put it together, and we consolidated that debt so that we would have just one bill. And that is what we did. So this is why I know this work. I know it's important. And so this is why I'm sharing with you today briefly about managing money as a couple. According to Ecclesiastes 4:9, the word of the Lord reads and say, "Two are better than one because they have a good reward for their labor." So two is always better than one. Working together in unity and unison is always better than just one. And when you work together, it makes the toil, it makes everything else begin to get easier because now you guys are focusing and you are working together. There is so much more. There is so much more. There is so much more. But as always, you know me, I love to bring you guys a little closer. So here today, I want to share with you an online course that we have that is going on. So many people are signing up for it. And this particular course is managing your money as a couple. And it has a lot of anointed tips for working together to achieve your financial goals. And so I want to encourage you. If you are a couple, you could be just starting out. It is okay. This will be real good for you. Listen to me. I did it, and trust me, it works. All right, you could be one that's been in a relationship for a long time, but you're ready now to get it right. You're ready to do things right. This course right here would be really, really good for you. Or you could just be a single, and maybe you're one that wants to hear it and you say, "I want to start out." So when you are talking to your significant other, because you should be, and you all are talking and sharing, and things start getting a little closer or whatever, advancing, you want to make sure that you can already have those conversations. So if you listen to the online course now, you'll have that in your spirit now, and you'll have something to take to the table so you can start talking and sharing those particular things. Always remember, advancement is meaningless without someone to share it with. And that is what I want. I want you to advance, and I want you to have someone to share it with. So as always, people, I'm going to put the information out there for you. And please take advantage of it. Take advantage of it. Also, I'm going to put the link in the description so you can just click on the link and it will take you directly to the course. Again, this is a mini course, and I want to share this with you. Please consider this here. You can register for the course, and your significant other can register for the course. Now, this will be real good. Allow him to take notes from what he got. You take notes from what you got. And then you all come together and you all share. Or if you just want to enroll in the course and watch it together as a couple, please feel free to do that as well. But either way, it is going to be fun. When is the last time you and your date got together? You got together as a couple, you and your significant other. When is the last time y'all did something as fun as seriously enrolling in an online course? So that is what I want you to do. All right, people, as always, thanks again for tuning in to Financial Fire TV. I look forward to seeing you guys real soon, and I look forward to seeing you in the class. If you're going to be attending, go ahead and let me know that you're going to be attending. Drop those names in there, and I look forward to you registering real soon. Thanks, everyone. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.